Hey everyone, I'm here to talk to you all about child support, just so everybody can understand. In Texas, we have guideline support. That means that you pay a certain amount based on how much you make and also how many kids you have. For example, one child would be 20%, two children 25%, three children 30%, and so on. Now, the way they calculate this is they look at your pay and they can put it into a formula and they deduct some taxes. And once they come up with that, then they see how many children you have, and then they calculate the amount of child support you're supposed to pay. Now, a good thing about mediation is I've seen sometimes where parties will agree to a lesser amount than what is guideline. So if you end up in court and you're fighting over it, the judge is always going to get you with guideline support. You're always going to pay that amount. So if the other party is not willing to bend or give on child support, you're probably going to lose that in court. So you might as well just pay the amount you're supposed to pay. Now, in Texas, there is one benefit that helps people who make a little bit more money. If your net monthly assets reach you to $9,200 a month, that's the cap in Texas just for the guideline support. So, for instance, if you had three kids, you'd pay 30% of 9,200. Now, there are cases where people can go after higher than guideline support. Say, for instance, the last 3 years you've had your kids in private school, or you've given them special kind of lessons, special kind of training, and you have a history of doing that. And you make enough money, then the other side could try to use that against you and ask the support to be higher than guidelines. But without that kind of evidence, the court's just going to stick with that guideline, and once you reach that $9,200, you're maxed out. So the key thing to know about child support is get to mediation, see if you can negotiate a better amount. Another part of how child support that people don't think, it's called medical support that they charge against the person who is not the primary parent. That means there's one parent who gets to designate the residence and the other parent gets to visit. Well, there's always medical support and dental support that's needed. And a lot of times there's two choices. You, have the non custodial parent, can choose to carry the insurance for the children yourself. Or if it's cheaper, you have mom or dad, whoever is the custodial parent, carry the insurance. Then you have to reimburse them for the difference between the cost it would cost them and then the cost for that of the children. So you need to figure and work that out. Look to see how much it would cost for you to do it, and look how much it would cost to reimburse them for it. And then you can decide which one's best for you, because that's an important factor. Again, that's another thing that is kind of standard and the court's going to go with it. Now they are kind of stuck with, well, it can't be $500 or $800. It can only be a certain percentage of your salary. So it has to be within reason. And most of the time it's a couple $100. And then a lot of people just choose to keep it if they have it. That's what I've seen happen more. Again, the key thing about child support, get to mediation, see if you can negotiate. I hope you find this information helpful and helps you deal with the child support issues. And if you need any other help, please give us a call and be happy to talk to you about it.